Hello, beautiful people. Yes, hello. Today is a beautiful day. Take a moment here to 1, 2, 3, 4, taking a deep breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Blow it out your mouth. That has been like the best way I can get energy moving through my body. When you are feeling sad, when you are feeling emotional, sometimes you just need to get up and move. Sometimes you just need to listen to some good music. Whatever it is that makes your heart feel good. So right now we are going through the full moon in Cancer. It is at its very highest peak right now today. So you have probably, if you're connected to the moon at all, which we all are because we are made of water, and Cancer is a water sign. Cancer is all about emotions and being sensitive. Crab can be crabby. That's actually the sign of Cancer, is a crab. Deeply sensitive, deeply caring for others. That is what the sign of Cancer is all about. So this sign is going to bring out your emotions more than ever, especially for me, who my sign is in Cancer. My moon sign is in Cancer. So that is my, your moon sign is your feminine side. More of your, so it doesn't necessarily mean like feminine. It's more of, or like male, female. There's different aspects of male and female without the actual like interpretation of sex. So feminine is more like free flowing, moving, laughing, just more movement. Male, you're masculine, so not male, masculine, so you can be a female and have more masculine. That's very possible. Or be a female and be more feminine, or same with men, they can be more feminine. But the masculine is more like rigid and non-moving and strong, and I'm not talking about like actual physical strength. I'm talking about like mental strength. So there's different things that match each masculine and feminine. So right now we are more in the feminine side of, for me personally, my feminine side of the moon. So it depends on what your signs are and all that. So like for me, my sun sign is in Leo. So literally I'm like polar opposites, fire and water, because Leo is fire and Cancer is water. So that's why for me, I found out like I can have such major waves of emotions, and they happen with the moon. So if you actually find out what your fires, or not your fire sign, your sun sign is, your moon sign. So like I said, your sun sign is more like your masculine side. So my masculine side is I'm a leader. I like attention. I'm a huge go-getter. I'm the life of the party. That's my masculine side. But my feminine side is I can be very emotional. I can be very sensitive. I'm empathetic. But it's finding the balance of those two is very important. It's always important. Everything in life is to find balance. So right now, you're probably feeling the waves of emotion. Like I said, everybody is connected to the moon. Everything is connected to the moon. If you go to the Farmer's Almanac, you can find planting with the moon, because there's actually a gravitational pull from the moon that helps plants grow at certain times, and it affects the water. So if you've ever heard that the moon affects the tides and the waves, so like the ocean, our planet is made out of water, mostly water. Our bodies are made out of mostly water. So the moon affects us so much. So go and read about the moon. if you're going through, a hard time right now. If you're feeling emotional, just know that we are literally letting go of everything right before the beginning of the year. How crazy is that? Everything has a meaning and a process, really. So right now we're literally purging all of these emotions. If you feel like you've been overly emotional this week, we are letting go and we are feeling things that we need to let go. So it's okay if you're revisiting old wounds, like I've talked about in my recent video. If you are revisiting old wounds, don't feel like that's where you're going to be for the rest of the year. You're experiencing this so that guess what? Beginning of the year, this is not where I want to be. I don't want to be in this spot. I don't want to go to this spot again. And it's all about new beginnings. We're moving into the age of Aquarius. We're moving into the new earth. It's all about new beginnings and deciding where you want to be, what your path is going to be for next year. Not even just like new year, new me. I saw something today that said new year, what did it say? New year, just me, or something like that. Or accepting me. So it's all about accepting you, accepting yourself, accepting the darkness of who you are. So for me, accepting that that I can be an emotional wreck sometimes, and that's okay. It's how you deal with it. It's how you process it. It's being emotional, but not putting it on other people, You can be emotional, you can be angry, you can have all of these feelings and stuff, but not putting it on other people. We are taught that we're not supposed to show emotions for the most part. A lot of society shows it as like a weakness if you show sadness or if you show any kind of emotion. But in reality, it is a strength. As long as you're doing it in a constructive way, you're not screaming and yelling at someone else even though they did nothing. Or even if they did something. Like, you can have a conversation with another human being or another person and do it in a constructive way. That's something that I've been reevaluating and realizing, like, not being reactive to someone else's feelings. Because what you're literally doing is you're taking on their feelings as your own. They're not your feelings. Their feelings are their feelings, and your feelings are your feelings. And a lot of times, the feelings that you have are based on things in your life. And really, it's an imaginary thing that you're putting in your head, in a way. Because when you're living in fear, in anger, in sadness, and whatever it is, when you're feeling that overabundance of emotions, a lot of times you are living in the past or you're living in the future. You're not living in the current reality of now. Something that I saw that made so much freaking sense. Let's see if I can explain this correctly. So think about that thing that you are constantly like so confused about. There's little stuff flying around. That thing that you want, that thing that you're obsessing about, you're like, I want to be there. I want to be at this point. I want to have this. I want to have this. Whatever it is. Think about that for a moment. Let's say that you get to that point, right? You, in the future, you're dreaming about this thought, this thing that you want. You get to that point in the future. Okay, well, once you get that thing, if you don't know how to enjoy the present moment, the now, when you get to that point, it's not going to matter. It's not going to matter, because if you can't enjoy the present moment, once you get to that present moment of what you want, you'll just be looking for whatever's next. And you will always be chasing something. You will always be chasing happiness. You will always be chasing something in the future. Or if you're always thinking about what you did before, that mistake that you made in the past, then you're living in the past, you're living in the future. Does that make sense? So if you can't enjoy your current moment, where you are now, And because we're human, this is hard because our mind, we connect to our mind as who we are. But that's not who we are. Our mind and our body is not who we are. We are souls. We are souls, we are star seeds inside of this body. And if you think of it, like, look scientifically for a moment. We are made from stars. You know, the calcium in our bones, the iron in our blood is all from stardust. We are all stardust. So, knowing that we are not our mind, we are not our body, and being the observer of those things and going, okay, I'm having this meltdown right now. I'm struggling. And just observe and just go, okay, what am I thinking about? Like, why am I thinking that? Where is this coming from? Okay, it's coming from this childhood wound that I had. Okay, that, that sucks that I went through that, but I went through that so that I could be where I am now. I went through that so that I could be the person that I am now. I went through that because I was meant to have this spiritual awakening. A lot of us go through really tough childhoods or beginning of life problems so that we can be sort of forced into the spiritual awakening. We go through hard things to make us better. I mean, you think about it, they talk about coal. It takes years and years of pressure on coal to make it into a diamond. We are the same thing. This pressure, this stuff that we're going through is to make us better. There's a lot going on in the world right now, and so many people are, uncertain and unsure of what is going on and of their future. And all you can do at this point is trust the process. You just have to trust. You have to let go. Let go of being in control. That is what we are being challenged to do right now, is to let go. And believe me, it's not easy for me. I am such a control. Like, I need to make sure that this is how this is going to be. But even though I don't have, I'm not a structured person either, which is really funny. And it comes from my childhood. And that's basically what it is. We're breaking down who we are as people, okay? You're evaluating who you are. And you're going, okay, this is why I do this. This is why I do that. What can I do with this? How can I move into my highest good? But being in this present moment, you can have dreams, you can have goals, but be happy where you are right now. You have to be. Be grateful every single day. Having a grateful heart helps you so much realize where you are. And this is a lot. Some of this is repetitious of a lot of my past videos, but I just feel like this is all an accumulation of to where we are in the year right now. And today is the day to set your intentions for what you want in this new year. It's not new year, new me. It's new year, fresh start. And yes, be the person that you are. Be the person that you are, not a different person, not some person that you think you should be, but the person that you are. Be the person you are, and don't be afraid to be the person that you are. Whatever that means for you, whatever that is. We're all working on following this, so don't feel like you're alone in this. Like, all of us, every single human being right now is being challenged. This is the time that as starseeds, as light beings, this is what we were brought here for. This time. So know that whatever's going on in your life is because you're being molded into whatever you're meant to be for this time. That's what's going on. That's what it is. So with that, I'm sending you all the love, all the energy. Like, just take that in right now. Just take it in. Are you feeling it? But for real, I'm sending you love. I'm sending you light. And enjoy this beautiful day of intention. I'm gonna go write some stuff down now about what my intentions are, and I love you guys. Have a beautiful day.